Europe, land of a multicultural history, full of unique, natural, and historical places to be discovered and waiting to be explored. We will be traveling through this amazing continent, visiting 4 different countries, including 22 diverse destinations, and trying to find some hidden gems with medium to fast-paced travel tempo. Here's how I spent 14 days in Europe. Let's start from the overview of the journey ahead. We arrived in Łódź, located in the central part of the Poland. Łódź is well known for being a former industrial center and for its architectural monuments of the 19th century, which form a city's heritage. Afterwards, we go to Germany and visit the city of Dresden, nicknamed the Florence of the Elbe because of its Baroque and Rococo architecture. We explore giant zoo, a few adjacent areas of Meissen and Morsburg castles, and a natural monument of Bastille Bridge. Then we head to the city of Nuremberg, known for its imperial castle and old town. And along the way we will discover Kriebstein Castle and Hermitage New Palace. From Nuremberg we head to the third largest city of Austria, Innsbruck, where we explore the old town and its adjacent district, the city of Wattens, famous for its Swarovski crystal glass company. We continued our journey to the mountain region and popular holiday destination Wildschönau. After the Wildschönau, we head up to the charming Austrian town Salzburg, the second largest city of Austria, famous for being the birthplace of the classical composer Mozart. Afterwards, we head to Czech Republic. České Budějovice is the capital city of the southern Bohemian region and has been a center of beer brewing since the 13th century. Near the city, we will discover a castle of Hluboko nad Latbou. We then proceed with the second biggest Czech cities, Brno, with numerous educational establishments and its natural monuments, Ponkva Caves, which is located near Brno. After Ponkva Caves, we drive to the direction of Poland, and before we reach the destination, we had a supper at the small and cozy Czech town Prostějov, on the way to the UNESCO World Heritage Velička salt mine. And finally, our 2-week journey ends with the old town of Kielce, located in south-central Poland, which was once famous for its natural resources like copper, limestone, lead, and iron. Before we begin, there is a few things to know. We decided to visit Europe in September during the start of the autumn, with mild weather conditions, where days are warm but not too hot and plenty of sunshine. As our trip is a fast-paced, we decided to go by car for a more convenient way to hunt hidden gems. But due to the high parking prices in some cities, it is sometimes better to leave car in hotel parking and take public transportation. First day, we are mainly driving towards the first destination. We arrive quite late in Łódź and head towards our hotel. Łódź is a city of central Poland known for being an industrial textile manufacturing hub. In the morning, we begin our journey at the Herbst Palace. It can be found near the industrial settlement Świeży Młyn, which was a housing complex for the people working for the family in their spinning and weaving mills. The pearl of the palaces of Lodz, impressive interiors of dining room, ballroom, hunter's room, Asian motif study room, and many more decorated details across the palace, with original stoves and nice paintings. The mansion was built in 1876 for the daughter of the most prominent entrepreneur in Lodz. Although the owners fled before the World War II, taking all the furnishings and art with them, the interior has been restored in the years of 2011, 2013 and furnished like the original, giving the insight into how parents once lived at the industry. This mansion reflects the life of the wealthy family of factory owners. Petrovska Street is the heart of the Łódź because this commercial street stretches more than 4 kilometers. And along the street you can find the city's best restaurants, bars, shops, and art objects. was a time for a meal and we found a pierogi restaurant. Pierogi are filled dumplings made by wrapping dough around some fillings and cooking in boiling water or baking. After the meal, we continued our journey in the Petrovska street. Most of the building facades date back to the 19th century have been renovated. The street is full of life-size statues of famous Łódź figures, such as those of Julian Tuwim, a poet, and Arthur Rubinstein, a classical pianist. When the evening came, we drove to the Dresden, and as we arrived quite late and tired, we head straight to our hotel. The name Dresden is a gender-neutral name of German origin that means people from the forest by the river. Next morning, to get a better view of the city, we decided to hop on the Ferris wheel. From the top of the observation deck, the beauty of the Swinger Palace complex will reveal itself. And behind the palace you can see the Dresden Castle and the cathedral. Dresden's Swinger Palace is a famous masterpiece of Baroque architecture dating back to the 18th century as the venue for tournaments and other court games played by the nobility in Saxony. After we explored the palace, it was a time for a snack and we tried some currywurst, which is a German fast food, consisting of steamed and fried sausage typically cut into bite-sized chunks and seasoned with curry and ketchup. Behind this Swinger Palace complex there is a huge square pedestrian territory with lots of monuments. One of the oldest city buildings is a Dresden castle. The original castle was built during the 13th century and rebuilt in the Baroque style in 18th century after a major fire, and for almost 400 years it was the residence of the electors and kings of Saxony, and one of the kings, Johann, has a statue in the middle of the square. Square is also surrounded with a 19th century opera house and cathedral. Both of the buildings were badly damaged during the Second World War and restored in a few decades. Behind the cathedral there is a 100-meter mural of mounted procession of the rulers of Saxony. It was originally painted, but to make it last longer, paint were replaced with 23,000 porcelain tiles. For now, it is the largest porcelain artwork in the world. Most of Dresden buildings are black due to the natural aging of sandstone. For dinner, we found a busy and highly rated schnitzel place. German schnitzel is a medium slice of meat, which is usually a little bit thinned by pounding with a meat tenderizer and breaded before frying, and garnished with a slice of lemon. After a meal, we head to the other side of the river and found some interesting art and closed galleries which we observed through the window. When the night came and we headed to the hotel, we found some beautifully lit objects. As the morning came, we visited Germany's fourth oldest zoo, located on the edge of the Great Garden of Dresden. The zoo houses more than 200 species, which includes giraffes, elephants, orangutans, flamingos, lions, koalas, fish, reptiles, and many more. This day was one of the more relaxing ones as we could calmly observe exotic animals. We found a few local zoo food courts and took a bratwurst for a snack. One of the most interesting experiences this zoo has to offer is a sheep feeding. There is a vending machine for a handful of food for a coin, and once animals hear the sound of the food dropping on the metal bar, you can see the herd is lying behind the fence. At first, it is scary to stretch your arm as sheep surrounding you, with hope to get the bigger bite, but as animals are friendly, it only tickles when they grab the food from your palm. As the visit was quite long, we decided to take another snack and enjoyed some coffee with ice cream and waffle with Nutella. Once zoo time was over, we glimpsed into the garden park to enjoy a sunset. As the day was over, we drove to the hotel and enjoyed a dinner with an unfiltered German beer.